How did Thomas learn how to make us go live?
I don't really know. I didn't give him any producing control.
When I don't want to know. Good evening, everybody, and happy holiday season to you. Before we get started, as usual, the views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of ours or the gag grill for next year. On that, the views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are not those of the SCV, GEC, nor any division, brigade, camps, or other subsidiaries.
3 years. 3 years.
Expressing them. Faversham to everybody, and we're going to call it an early episode tonight.
Yep. All right, we're done.
Yeah. No kidding. Scrolling back up here, I see Miss Linda in the chat. Paul, Chuck McMichael, Jimmy Hill.
I do need to say that we were going to have the son of Harold Philpotts on. I don't know if he texted you, GCB.
Yeah, he told me he was mad that Adam Southern was not going to be on this episode, that he was getting his Christmas cards out or something like that, and would not be on the show because Adam wouldn't be on the show. So thanks, Adam.
He just sent me Adam.
Yeah.
That's the only explanation I got.
No, things are different up in Saskatoon land.
Yeah. But we do have Thomas on. We might.
Well, we had Thomas on.
we had Thomas on.
He may be back.
We hopefully had a couple of familiar faces coming on throughout the show. I didn't get any guarantees from anybody, but I did send an invite to almost all of our recurring guests if they wanted to come on. But I guess Thomas isn't. That's okay then.
Yeah, Harold's son is temperamental, Chuck, but he gets that from his mother, Miss Gladys. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Jason Lloyd, see you in. Tom, how are you doing? Herb Turner from Missouri. Hope you are having a great time up there. Jason C, JCB, you're getting cold this year. I am. I have been very naughty. I've missed most episodes of SCV Chat, which is very naughty. And again, my apologies to everybody. Work is just work sometimes.
Yeah, and the we had our most successful year though.
We did.
You know, to pat ourselves on the back just a little bit. You know, yeah, we accidentally produced a little bit less amount of shows. We actually still produced more than our first season.
Hey.
Hey.
That's not an accomplishment. Our first season, we started in August.
Yeah. But, you know, for people who don't know, our SCV Chat 100th episode was watched by over 12,000 people and was seen and reached by over 23,000, I believe. So it is officially our most watched and seen episode in SCV Chat history. We also doubled the amount of people that have been coming on to see the page and to watch us with, let me see here. I got the numbers right here. Let me pull them up real quick. Let's see here. We had over, see here, 213,000 people come on the SCV Chat page this year, and 140,000 people came on last year. So, again, we want to thank everybody. It's been another successful season. We have been breaking milestones left and right. And please note, I have not calculated how we've done on YouTube yet. So that 200,000 could potentially go up a couple thousand. So we're very proud of that. We couldn't do that without y'all. But that still means let's keep sharing. Let's keep getting these episodes out here. We've already started planning a good couple of great episodes for next season. I got a couple ideas. GCB has a couple ideas, and we are really looking forward to it.
Like a pay-per-view field trip.
Oh yeah. I got an episode planned on attacking a certain historian YouTuber that
Which one?
Well, this guy's made his YouTube career off slandering the actual historical facts of the war between the states. Like, all he does is he posts stuff. You know the Lincolnite guy?
Yes, I have him on YouTube.
Yeah, he produces stuff almost every other month attacking us and trying to tear down our historical facts on debates. So we're going to spend a couple episodes tearing down his arguments. So it's something I'm looking forward to. Yes, Past Commander in Chief, the Lone Ranger, Chuck McMichael, says he knows that idiot. But yes, no, we will be tearing into his arguments and maybe a couple other things. I know Carl has a couple ideas. I don't know if he's able to come on. He might, but if he does, I know he might be able to talk about that more.
I think Carl's polishing his spatula tonight. There's some notification, something about spatulas on Facebook earlier.
We got a message from Thomas.
I had to leave. My wife got run over by a team of hogs. I've got to go check on the hogs. Yeah, well, I'm glad to see that y'all are reconciling.
Yeah.
You know, because the first time his wife was mentioned, she had, I think she threw her shoulder out cutting the grass or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
been rough for him. I'm not going to get into Thomas's personal business, but
well, Thomas did show that he wanted us to mention his new fundraiser for the National Museum.
Oh yeah,
where he is skinning possums. You mail him the possum and $5, and he will skin it, send you either the skin or the possum back, and donate the $5 to the museum.
Hey, Carl said he's watching the show. He's just cooking jambalaya. If you want to come on, Carl, at any point you can, brother.
Don't take her to the taxidermist to get stitches. She'll run off with them. Good point. But yeah, we'd also tossed around last January the idea of doing another YouTuber, his oversimplification of the war facts. I would like to actually bring Daddy Moose as historian in chief on about that.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He usually does pretty good on everything else, but like most people in today's world, sadly, he doesn't know a lot of historical facts about the war between the states.
Well, I mean, he knows what the Yankees say.
Yeah, and I mean that's one of the famous quotes from the war. The sad thing about our ancestors' story is the fact that the Yankees are the ones who get to tell it.
You just butchered Patrick Claiborne's quote.
Oh,
I hope you're happy.
All to death. But you know what I mean.
That's the gist of it. I'm glad you got the gist of it right. But yeah. Good job, Moose.
Thank you. Miss Linda, thank you. But this is a team effort. We couldn't do this on one person alone.
No, you've been carrying the weight this season, Moose. I'm very proud of you.
This is a team effort. We all have to sacrifice a bit to do it.
Stop being modest.
Nah, I'm gonna be modest. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just that they're not taught, and that's the failure of the education system. It's the reason why I want to be an educator, is because the only point of view being taught today is the Yankee point of view. And so these people, they're not trying to be wrong. They're just ignorant, if that makes sense.
You know who else is an educator? Your dad.
Oh, gosh. Oh. If you don't know, our past commander-in-chief, Larry McClooney, is an educator. I don't know if you knew that.
I think Moose eats jambalaya.
I eat certain jambalaya. It depends on what's in it. I'm a very picky eater. So it takes a lot for me to eat anything.
That's the one good thing about, when I have to, haul, or used to have to haul Moose around to places and he'd eat on my bill. He ate very light, and I figured out what restaurants I could take him to, and he wouldn't eat anything. So we would stop at a gas station, and he'd get like a Red Bull and I think.
Oh yeah, and we still do that occasionally. We just don't do it as much anymore.
Yeah, we gotta fix that. We need a Moose and Conroe road trip.
Oh yes, people will love that. One of our most viewed pictures this year is the picture of me and you at the restaurant doing this. It somehow reached 20,000 people.
I tell you, I've got to figure out our Christmas card for this year. Last year we did. Um, we earnestly. Was it earnestly? No, we. Well, I know. We hope you'll have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and that got stolen. That was our most viewed picture the year before at I think it barely beat the General Forest picture by like only 100 couple people have seen it. But that Christmas one, we can't actually tell how many people watched it because it got stolen so much by other people that didn't share it. They just cropped SCV chat out.
Vinny, it may be cold up in Yankee Land where you are currently a prisoner of war, but down here in Mississippi, it is a nice, balmy 60 degrees with a slight wind coming out of the south.
It has been a little toasty. It gets cold here at night, but
It's cool here at night.
yeah.
But we're about to have some bad weather. Reminder, everybody, tomorrow, if you're in the southeast, to be weather aware. I see a lot of people are commenting about the AP Hill Monument actually being removed today and things like we are aware of it, and of course, we want the monument to go up at appropriate place, not end up like the monument to President Davis that was in some type of art museum. It just goes to show. They say, well, we'll put it in a museum. It's not always in the best context.
Yeah. We got a lot of notifications, and we want to thank you, ChatHeads. With me in the middle of finals and GCB in the middle of a very busy time at his job, sometimes news like that can slip through the cracks. And I want to thank everybody that told us that. We will try to keep anybody informed with information if it comes out. But we did have a chat hit.
I saw today laying down the monument, laying on a bunch of tires.
That stuff gets my blood boiling. I think I've shown it on here a couple times how mad that stuff gets me. But we did have one chat had asked that if everybody could wear something red tomorrow, in mourning and protest of all this, and just maybe to bring a bit of awareness if you feel comfortable posting something in a red shirt. Please. What?
Oh, I just had a very evil thought.
Go ahead. Let's hear it. This is the end of the year show.
So I've got a battle shirt that was made for me by a woman in 2012. That's based off of the Mississippi uniform regulations for the fatigue uniform that was passed in 1861, and she sewed it on a sewing machine that was made in I think like 1848, maybe 1858. It was before the war, and she used an original pattern and the original all that good stuff. I thought about I may wear that to work tomorrow, but I forgot that it has all my stripes and everything on there.
But Adam's right. They take them down. We're going to put them back up, and that's something I would like to see more of. And I know a lot of people working hard on stuff like that, but we aren't supposed to just protect the old monuments. We need to put some new ones up. Never let people forget. Yeah, it's Lee Jackson season. I'm looking forward to that. That's cousin Vinny.
I'm getting ready to go to. I know, Chuck. I'm ready to for Lee Jackson's season. I've got one that I'm going to be able to attend for sure. And Moose better be there.
Which one is
it? You know what it is. And then may live stream that one because we've live streamed that banquet before.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll be there. I know which one you're talking about now.
Yeah, and yes, it is. AP Hill statue was actually served as his headstone. The remains are under there, but I mean, it's the same thing that happened with Bedford Forest.
It's
not that makes Not that makes it any better, but the it's still a crying shame that it happened, and that grave eradication, desecration. I mean, it's what those people, as General Lee would refer to them as. It's what they do. This is not par for the course. I was looking at, there was a poll that some local news agency in Richmond put out, and it said, what do you miss most about Richmond, old Richmond? And a vast majority of the comments were people who were saying, "I miss Monument Avenue. I miss Monument Avenue." And it wasn't just people from Richmond that were commenting in. I was glad to see people from Richmond commenting in saying that, but also people from all out the South. And I would hope that they would realize that the potential money revenues that they've lost up there.
I think they're going to realize it, but at this point, it's the same reason. They're going against a lot of people's wishes. They just don't care right now, and that's why we fight people. So we could show people why they should care and why they should be standing up for stuff like this.
See, that's why back I can't remember which issue of the Veteran from the 1990s I read it in, but there was a goodness gracious, a person that put a suggestion that whenever you go to National Reunion, wherever we have those, that you make sure that your dollar bills are marked or use the $2 bill for tips and stuff like that, so that people will understand, oh wow, the guys in the Confederate group left me this giant tip, but it was $2 bills. But it's a way for us to be able to identify the impact of our financials to be able to be seen in the area.
Yeah, and Jason, that's what we got to prove them, and we got to prove them that sadly these days only money talks. And like GCB says, you got to go there and at these reunions, at these big events, prove that we bring in money, we bring in people, and we can be a good influence on the community. And that goes back to getting involved in the community. And we talked about that a good bit this season.
Yeah, well, it's just like Catfish College there in Columbia. They love us.
College.
Yeah. Okay. Catfish University.
Okay. I didn't know they moved up. But they love us, and they can't wait for SCV CHAT or an SCV event to come up there, and we all go over there.
Just got to make sure that we have the reservation for sure.
Yeah.
Catfish Community College. I'm sorry, Adam.
Oops.
Catfish Campus. We know, but
we're just trying to have a good time while somebody's over here putting the finishing touches on the
gag video.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Catfish Tech.
Goodness gracious. Tell you what I've had the most fun with, a couple episodes that I've been able to be on. I enjoyed the two that we had with Ryan Walters this year. Ryan, the Wealth of Knowledge, and really great. But one of them was the trolls, being able to ban the trolls.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah. Adam, I'm not going to make a joke about your 2 degrees from Catfish College, but I will say that I'm willing to bet that they're more credible than the University of Kentucky.
Going there tonight, huh? Aren't we?
Seeing how Catfish is Catfish, I'm wearing my orange and white. I've got to make fun of Kentucky. Seeing how we're talking about Catfish so much, I'll go ahead and tell y'all this lovely story. Anything does beat a Mississippi school.
Sadly, this is true.
Except for Delta State University, the home of the Fighting Gokra. Anyway, we were in New Orleans last year, Kenner, excuse me, for the national reunion last year, and we decided that we would mess with our Uber drivers as riding from the overflow hotel, and it's me, Forrest Moose, riding in this Uber, and this guy is clearly a foreigner, asks us, why are y'all here? Why are you in town for? And we just looked at each other, and I went, we're part of a farming convention, subsoil root vegetables or something like that. And Forrest went, yep, beets. I grow beets. And my boy, he works in for Farm Bureau. He insures my beet crop and everything like that. And we just started making up facts about beets and everything like that. We did that for 2 or 3 rides. And all of a sudden, Harrison, we get into another Uber, and it's a different one. And the person again asks, "What are you in town for?" And Harrison goes, "Catfish farming." 10 minutes in that drive, Forrest and I grilled Harrison on
awful.
farming, and he was able to hold his own.
It was a learning experience.
Yeah. So Harrison, what do you keep? Oh, we got somebody showing up in the chat.
Hey, look at that.
Took a second away from his jambalaya.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to run back and forth to it, man. What I missed so far?
Catfish farming, spatula polishing, and Thomas Franklin's new museum fundraiser.
Are those all related? Has Thomas Franklin started catfish farming?
No. Well, I mean, I think he may have started, but the aquarium wasn't big enough. So I think he only has to do one at a time. He can't do like a whole entire farm of them.
Well, I mean, if you sell one catfish at a time over 200, 300 years, I mean.
Here's we'll have a 1 month of the museums.
Well, I guess it depends kind of on inflation. I mean, I don't know what catfish goes for by the pound these days, but
yeah, and it depends on the size of the catfish.
So he's not cat. So what is his fundraiser?
From the best I could understand from him, it's possum skinning. You know, he thought about getting, taking a loan out and getting his racing armadillo and painting the corporate logo on it and all of his money on Swifty. But, with it being a trademark, nobody would go ahead and go for the idea. Now he's, you mail him a possum and, $5. He'll skin the possum, keep the meat, send you the skin, and then give the $5 to headquarters.
Oh, what a bargain.
I like the armadillo idea better.
Is there a kill fee? Are we sending the possums to him live or dead or what?
He didn't specify.
Okay.
And that's one thing.
Hey, hang on. I'll be right back. My jambalaya is starting to boil.
That's one thing I didn't want to find out. Yeah, Chuck, I don't think he realizes the relation with Hank. So I don't know how well it's going to go. Adam, it's Thomas we're talking about here. He may be, y'all may accidentally be getting a thing of, possum meat in the near future. But hey, if he gets it in time for New Year's, you can add that to the greens and black eyed peas.
I've heard he makes a great possum sausage.
Possum on a stick.
I mean, possum summer sausage, I think that would sell great at the gift shop.
Hanks. We have to call it Hanks, though.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I'm just trying to still figure out where this guy came from. He just kind of came out of the blue, you know. And he seems like a wealth of knowledge. I mean, I'm not complaining or anything. I've never met the man. I understand the commander-in-chief has met him, though, hadn't he?
He has. There's a picture on Facebook of him, right before his. It was after, I believe it was after Jason's election, but before the elect Jason Boshier sausage party.
Okay.
Hey, it's not me, Forrest. Blame Thomas Franklin.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, they did meet at reunion, but I think it was after the election, before the Vienna sausage party.
So I thought he was supposed to be a guest on tonight or something, wasn't he?
And well, he somehow, when we got on and we're going live, was walking around the woods, and he disappeared. Something about his wife getting ran over by a herd of hogs or something like that. He was supposed to teach us how to flock windows. That was
I
going.
don't want to know what that means. Flocking a window. What?
Normally it's spraying some fake snow on the window.
Oh, snow flocking. Okay.
Yeah. But with Thomas and his, Thomas, he on his Facebook, he says that he invented a I can't remember if it was a mole or a vole trap that doesn't catch or harm or hold or anything like that the critters. So with Thomas, I'm afraid that he's got just a cage of small birds, and he's gonna open it and shoo them towards a window.
He's got a trap that doesn't catch, harm, or hold
moles.
So how does a trap fit into this equation?
Well, just how.
What exactly does it do to them if it doesn't meet the general characteristics of a trap? I don't understand.
I don't know. The federal government gave him a patent for it. It was something. I think he invented it for Vinny's friends and PETA and the vegans and all
that. I don't. Can the commander-in-chief or the GEC? They would do this when I was in the military. The military could do this. I'm wondering if the GEC, the commander-in-chief, or the judge advocate has the power to order a psych evaluation on a member.
I don't think that they can. I don't think that's in the Constitution. We're military in structure, but things like that and the Uniform Code of Justice just don't 100% apply to us.
I know that about the military because my sergeant major wanted to order one on me when he was doing a room inspection and found out I kept books in my refrigerator, which was a practical joke I was playing on all the other guys in the barracks, but they didn't know that, and I forgot to take them out before the inspection. So, yeah, that's the story. I'll have to tell you all that story sometime.
Please do.
Yeah, and I think if we open, I've been to the oratory. I've competed in the oratory. I've helped judge the oratory. I honestly don't think if we open psych evaluation up for one member, we have to open it up for everybody involved with the oratory.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're right.
I mean, although I would like to see Chuck Rand's psych evaluation. He'd probably be the most sane of all of us.
I would like to see Belinda McMichaels after putting up with Chuck for how many years? I mean, I love you, Chuck. I'm just picking on you, brother. And he probably thinks the same about me and my,
Oh, well, some of the conversations we've had late at night, I'll just leave it at that. Oh, goodness. So are y'all expecting the Yuletide Cyclops and the Christmas Yak there at the Jones residence yet?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Did you ever finish that carol?
What do you mean?
I thought you were writing a longer carol for the Yuletide Cyclops and the Christmas Yak.
Oh, those carols been around for years, man. I just don't remember the words to them. I didn't write them. Not many people know this, but I think Beethoven even wrote a song, a Christmas song. Irving Berlin, I know, did, about the Yuletide Cyclops and the Christmas Yak.
Moose is lost. It's a Mongolian tradition.
I had my granddaughters up here a couple of weeks ago, and they left just dazed and confused over the idea that, I tried to convince them that Santa Claus's sleigh was pulled by gorillas.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. I tell you that one of your granddaughters, she is eat up with you.
What's that?
Your granddaughters are eat up with you. I mean,
Yeah.
you can look and see it. Oh, mercy. Well, Adam, we'll try to find the video of Bing Crosby singing about the Yuletide Cyclops. Yeah, send it to you. Weirdly enough, Glenn Campbell, I think, cut a version of this of that song too.
Oh, I mean, everybody that was anybody did, but it's hard to find. I know I read diaries of soldiers in the days leading up to what became the Battle of the Bulge, talking about how Tony Bennett's crooning the praises of the Yuletide Cyclops had played a role in helping them to sleep a little easier at night.
Yeah, well, I was reading up about the Christmas truce in World War I and how the Scots stopped playing their bagpipes when they heard the Germans singing the Mongolian version of the Yuletide Cyclops and the Christmas.
Mongolian throat singing, yeah.
Yeah, and a bunch of Germans doing that as well.
Oh, sure. Well, I mean, nothing will bring us all together like the Yuletide Cyclops, the Christmas Yak, and Mongolian throat singing.
I really did the other day sent Carl a video of a Mongolian throat singing Thanksgiving song that dealt with yaks. I think we lost Moose there on that one.
Yeah, we lost him. Well, moose are too closely related to yaks. I hope we didn't offend him in some way.
No, they're not. I mean, yaks are closer to buffalo.
We might have to come up with yak facts.
Hey, I'm all in favor of that. Oh, I know what it is. It's 7:35. He had to go on his Pop-Tart break.
Yeah.
I mean,
speaking of which, I thought the son of Harold Philpott was supposed to be on tonight.
So I talked to him earlier. He was asking who all was going to be on, and I said I wasn't sure. We were hoping to have a star-studded cast, and I said, but Adam's not going to be on. He's going to be watching, but he has to get his Christmas cards out. And he said something in I think Canadian French, and hung up the phone. And then he sent Moose a text message that said Adam in all caps and like 5 exclamation points. And yeah.
Kind of like Atherton.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was thinking more like out of Star Trek. Con, Adam.
I've never watched Star Trek.
I haven't either.
All right, so tell me I did not miss the gag reel.
No, Moose is supposed to be working on the gag reel.
I thought it, but it's on tonight, right?
Supposed to be on tonight.
And he's still working on it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how we operate around here on a shoestring budget, a hope and a prayer, and doing it all last minute.
Yeah.
Vinny, no, I'm not coming to New Jersey for Christmas.
I'd go to Pennsylvania.
All right, I'll bite on it. Why would you go to Pennsylvania?
Well, all of Pennsylvania is not bad. It's Philadelphia and Pittsburgh is where all the Yankees are. Everything else, they're pretty cool. It's a pretty cool state. I've been there before. Central Pennsylvania or Western Pennsylvania, it's a pretty scenic area. Especially this time of year. So,
like I would want to do Colonial Williamsburg.
Yeah, I would too. Especially if they would un-PC the place. But I'm going to tell you, Western Pennsylvania is one of the most un-PC places I've ever been. I learned more about Alabama football in 3 days in Western Pennsylvania than I had learned about it growing up in Alabama. I had on an Alabama hat. I'm an Alabama fan, in as much as I pay any attention to football, okay, or college football, I should say, or anything that's not the Good Hope Raiders football, I should say. And I had on an Alabama hat. Man, those guys treated me like a freaking celebrity. They loved Alabama. They loved the SEC up there, but Alabama in particular. And don't ever tell me that redneck is a Southern thing, because, I mean, these were some country boys. I'm talking about, we had a party one night up there I was invited to, and the guy whose cabin the party was at, he trapped fur for a living. That's what he did for a living. So,
up with Thomas Franklin.
Yeah. Other than the language barrier, they might get along.
Well, I mean, did he talk like Boomhauer?
I'm talking about Thomas Franklin. I've never heard the man speak. I'm not sure he can speak.
It's kind of like Boomhauer.
Okay.
Besides, thank you. You can understand thank you, and that's about it. I think his mama must have hit him a couple times when he was youngin' for being ungrateful.
I bet she hit him a lot more than a couple times.
That's the only way to get her to stop was thank you. Thank you. Rest of the time, Boomhauer. I'm really concerned about Moose.
Yeah. I'm concerned about the gag reel at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if that's no gag reel, that's breaking a Christmas tradition.
Yeah. All right, so since we're waiting on Moose, I'll tell you my favorite story about my visit to Western Pennsylvania. There may or may not have been beer involved. Okay. And there's about 50 guys there. And I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere. And this was back in 1990. It was right before I got out of the Marine Corps. Okay. And one of my good friends who was from there wanted me to come home with him on a 4-day pass to go pike fishing. He and I both big into fishing and guns and all that. And so I said, yeah, well, it's my last chance. So So I went home with him for the weekend to go fishing. And we go to this party, and about beer number 12, the buzz starts kicking in. And all these guys they're just enamored with this thick Southern accent. They, like I said, they loved Alabama football, and they never met an actual Alabamian. They treated me like a celebrity. I mean, they really did. Very nice folks. Well, so I start telling them a story about hoop snakes. And there, the room, it starts getting quieter and quieter and quieter as they're listening to the story. And they start asking me questions. Wait, how does it, what's a hoop snake? And I said, well, it rolls up like a hula hoop, and it puts its tail in its mouth, and then it rolls downhill, and right before it gets to you, it straightens out like a spear, and that's how it attacks. And so I keep going and going and going. These guys, I mean, their eyes are as big around as cue balls, and they're just, I mean, these are backwoods boys, and they never heard anything like this. I said, everybody down south knows you don't fish in a pond with your back to a hill, because, I mean, there have been 3 or 4 or 5 hoop snakes been known to attack at one time, and one of I'm getting more and more and more buzzed as the story's going on, and you can hear a pin drop in this room, right? One of them finally says, well, how fast do they roll? And I said, a Mississippi State trooper clocked one in 1976 rolling down I-59 at 175 miles per hour. The whole room, there was this moment of silence for about 3 seconds, and the whole room all at once erupted in, oh, BS. I mean, if you got to be around Yankees, you got to have fun with them.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Well, what before we get into another heartwarming Christmas,
don't touch that.
What Orzakian Christmas traditions are y'all going to be celebrating at the Jones household this year?
Well, we gave up on trying to make the live gingerbread man.
As a nation, or just in the Jones household?
Huh?
As a nation, or just in your household?
Oh, they do it down there. We were trying to do it here, but Wyatt didn't like having all that cookie dough stuck to his body.
It's funny because he is headed.
He's bigger than me and faster than me now. So, not only can I not catch him, I can't fight him anymore either. So,
oh,
Sam never was down with to begin with. I mean, you know how stoic he is.
Yeah, he just glare at you. Oh, goodness gracious. We've still got to do our Cooking with Carl episode one of these years.
Well, you're doing it now. I'm just not videoing.
Yeah, well, you're also not doing your Julia Child voice.
I don't even know how that voice goes.
Yeah, I'll send you a video. I'm not going to do it. Oh, goodness. Well, let me see if Moose is back down here.
You want me to get off here and call Moose and find out what the heck's going on?
Moose, what the heck's going on?
And
it's almost done. Be patient. Be patient.
That's the Moose fact for this evening. They pop in out of nowhere.
Yes, I'm very stealth-like.
Get back to work, Moose. Oh, goodness. Well, I guess we could talk about the Robert E. Lee and Santa Claus story.
You're going to have to refresh my memory.
So at the end of the war, I think it was the Christmas of 1866, as the story goes, there were these two children wrote a letter to General Robert E. Lee and said, General Lee, does Santa Claus not like the children of the South? And according to the story, General Lee wrote him back and said, no, he loved the children of the South. The reason why he was, he never visited the South, of course, we know because of, Yankee blockade and stuff. Uh, um, anyway, he said that Santa Claus visited his camp one evening. His pickets brought him in, captured him, and that Santa Claus was trying to get down south and deliver the presents to all the good boys and girls. But General Lee told Santa Claus to no, take the toys into Richmond, sell them, and use the money to buy quinine and linens and uniforms and stuff for my men so they could go home and see their children when the war was over. Is the gist of it. But it's and I don't know if there's any truth to the legend or not, but still, but it is kind of the character of what General Lee would have done, I believe, if it has any truth, of becoming the quote villain of the story. Because oh no, I'm not going to let Santa Claus through my lines, man from the North Pole. And instead of vilifying a beloved children's character, he would take on that responsibility of himself for himself. So
Well, whether it's true or not, it's a good story.
yeah.
I mean, and it does, it sounds like General Lee.
Yeah. Hey Carl, can you tell me what round that's coming out of this magazine is?
What?
What caliber round is coming out of this magazine? You ready?
Yeah.
Do it again.
I'm on my phone. I can't see the magazine.
No, I was seeing if you could tell by sound. That was the last one in the mag.
I mean, I have no idea. I would say 5.56.
No, 9mm.
Okay. I just was guessing. I mean, I can't on my phone. I can't tell. I probably couldn't tell even if I weren't on my phone just by sound.
Maybe that's our new game that's sponsored by 7511 Tactical.
Now, if you shoot the round, I can probably tell you what it is.
Well, I don't think my HOA would appreciate that. I know my mother wouldn't.
Yeah, well, my HOA around where I live is made up of deer, possum, squirrels, armadillos. So.
Well, I got some new ammunition as a Christmas gift at work today, so I'm repacking all my mags off screen.
I hear you. What kind is Target or?
No, it's I've never shot any of this before, but it's called the Ultimate Penetrator, and it's actually a solid brass round head, but it looks like a Phillips head screwdriver.
Yeah.
So taking my hollow points out of my other mags and shifting them down to my spare that I just keep.
Who makes it? Is it made by Lehigh or Underwood?
I think these are the Underwoods.
Yeah. You need to check that out in a gel block. That ammo works really well in a 380 and a 9mm. When they say ultimate penetrator, from what I've seen, you're looking at about 28 inches of penetration, which is about 10 inches more than you want in a 9mm. So it works really good in some calibers. I think the 9 is a little bit too much velocity on it, and you're better off with a bonded hollow point. That's my opinion. Based on a few years ago researching it, they may have changed it up by now. But so anyway, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go and try to squeeze off a couple rounds tomorrow at lunch and just see how it runs in the pistol.
Well, look it up on YouTube also, and look for the gel block test, because you do not want that much really any over penetration in self-defense ammo. You run the risk of shooting an innocent bystander by accident. And 28 inches of penetration is, that's a lot.
Oh, Forrest, you don't need to text me during the show. But yeah, no, that was let me see. We've got a video. Moose is having a problem with Canva. So I can just see the wheels turning trying to figure out how to make it work. So
okay, well, I got to go check my jambalaya here.
You check your jambalaya, and I think this is a perfect time for us to take a commercial break because, Moose, we're at 52 minutes right now, and you kind of need to hurry up. Anyway, our commercial break tonight is sponsored by, let me try to pull it up really quickly. We have a couple different sponsors. Of course, we have the Southern Flags and Quilts there on Facebook, who made our beautiful SCV chat flag. SCV chat flag. I believe that's still in Moose's possession. She makes several other flags. She did one for a Mississippi camp. She did a Metcalf guide just other different various flags. See what she's got. She's very reasonably priced. Friend of the show. We appreciate everything that she's done for us. But also, Christmas is right around the corner. And are you looking for a gift or a gift for that hard to buy history buff in your family, or are you looking for a gift for yourself? Either way, past Commander-in-Chief Larry McClooney, who is an educator, has come out with 3 books. The As You Pass Expedition, which is my favorite book because I mentioned in the foreword, on to Vicksburg, which deals with the Central Mississippi Railroad campaign with Earl Van Dorn and the Battle of Holly Springs, and in General Beauregard's defense. I think that's the first time I've actually gotten the name right on the first try. His latest book, which is about defending General Beauregard and just how he was shafted by historians for the past 160 years. Books are available at https://larrymcclooney.com. That's LARRYMCCLUNEY.com. There you can find his link to his Amazon page, and you can get there. I don't know if he's still doing any shipping out personally for season, but his contact information is on that website. You can contact him, and he'll be happy to let you know. He's also a great speaker at camps. With Lee Jackson's coming up and other events. Reach out to him. Again, LarryMcClooney.com for your book needs. All right, we'll play a quick commercial and be right back.
When my mother was in college, she danced with Confederate veterans. To me, it wasn't that far away. My father knew this. My mother knew this. Almost 50 years ago, I joined the Sons of Confederate Veterans. In those days, we weren't concerned about saving monuments or any of those things. That wasn't necessary. In fact, none of us had any remote idea that it would ever come up. We can't just sit there and react. We have to be proactive. Or, as Robert E. Lee said, the best way to disrupt your enemy's plans is to strike first. Everyone should do all in his power to collect and disseminate the truth, in the hope that it may find a place in history and descend to posterity. History is not the relation of campaigns and battles and generals or other individuals, but that which shows the principles for which the South contended and which justified her struggle for those principles. If you're looking for some place to be where you think you're going to accomplish something to save our history, go to the Sons of Confederate Veterans. I'm Thomas Lee Jesse. I'm a descendant of Private Daughtery Gilmer, a Confederate veteran.
Hey, I'm not frozen. You can take that down, Moose. I had a phone call come in from somewhere in Upper Mississippi, and I'll call him back after the stream. Clearly, somebody who doesn't know me. Um. Anyway, well, while we're waiting on Carl to get back, hey, Carl's back. Carl sideways, and Carl's gone. Anyway, one thing that talked about firearms and colonial Williamsburg and Southern traditions dealing with Christmas. I was watching a video about some old Christmas traditions that aren't followed anymore. Did not realize this, that up until or during the colonial period and periods following that, you would fire a round off in the air when you were, and that would show to your neighbors, especially in those rural communities, that y'all were ready to receive guests for Christmas. And I've got a buddy of mine who is a member of one of our camps here in Mississippi who still does that every Christmas.
Well, I can officially put this up again. Let me. He got back here too quickly.
Yeah, I had to refresh. Whenever somebody calls me in the middle of the stream, it knocks off everyone's audio. So I missed Carl exactly everything he was saying.
He didn't say much. He's muted. He can't speak.
Oh. So maybe I wouldn't have had to do that at all. Try it again, Carl.
Okay. So apparently they still do that around where I live too, because about a week ago, a guy was in the Dollar General right down the road from us, about 8 or 9 miles, and a bullet came through the roof and went through his hand as he was reaching for some laundry detergent. I'm not making this up. It was in the news.
Well, Carl, that person's a little bit early for Christmas to be shooting in the air.
I don't know, man. My point is, they still shoot in the air.
Well, I mean, everybody still shoots in the air every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Not with rifles. Not with high-powered rifles.
No.
That's a bad idea. Birdshot's okay.
What about lawn darts?
I don't know what those are, but sure.
Moose, you got some news for us?
I think I've almost got it. I've never had Canvas do this to me.
Canva.
Oh, it doesn't want us to show the gag reel. It is scared of the music and the voice of our generation, Conroe.
What can I say? I think my favorite Christmas story we've ever had here on SCV Chat was during last year's Christmas celebration with Chuck Mack and his neighbors. He told that, I think, before the show. I think that was probably my favorite one. Moose.
Yes.
Can you not just share the screen and play it on Canva?
You know this because you told me this. Canva, when you pull it up on your laptop, messes it all up. The video. Remember?
No.
That's why, I don't understand what is happening. It's irritating.
So if anybody's looking for any part-time work, we need another producer for the show.
Y'all got jokes.
By part-time work, and we mean with no pay.
Yes. Yeah. Zero pay, by the way.
Actually, we will triple Moose's salary.
You know, for my friends out there that didn't do too well in college algebra, remember, 0 times 0 is still 0.
No, I mean, I will buy you a plain cheeseburger and Coke from any McDonald's when you're getting extra grouchy when I've woken you up from a nap on a road trip.
I fall asleep one dead gum time.
It was not one dadgum time.
If you're going to say it is.
One dadgum time per road trip, maybe.
I'm consistent. All right. Re-editing the whole gag reel. It should be done in a minute.
Guys, we may have to put that gag reel as its own independent video.
We might. It is. I'm almost done though. If I can get it up in a couple minutes, I'm going to put it up.
Well, I mean, look, Moose. Look at the bright side, buddy. If you're gonna, if you're gonna mess up, it might as well be on the whole centerpiece of the entire episode.
The whole thing that, according to Chuck Mack, everybody was tuning in to see.
Right. I mean, there needs to be a new motto. Do it like a moose. If we're going to screw up, let's go
all
1,500-pound giant antlered moose screw up. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carl.
Instead of being a bear, be a grizzly bear. If you're going to screw up, be a moose.
Yeah, I'm verbalizing my confidence in you, buddy.
Thank you. I've almost got it downloaded. The only problem is I don't know if it's going to work or not. So we're just going to figure out live on air. How about that? We're going to do it season 1 through 3 SCV chat style.
Yeah.
Oh boy, and you're studying to be a teacher, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's. I know I'm bragging on you now because I'm glad you're not going to be working on any of the Apollo programs or anything.
I think Moose could. I think Moose could get a man to the moon. Or getting him back.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem. That's the tricky one.
Well, Dad, he exploded into powder.
We almost got him here, but something just happened towards the end. That's my bad. I did it live.
I'll get it right the next time. I promise.
Who'd have thought cardboard would have caught on fire on re-entry today?
I'm sorry. I didn't think about how to get him down until he was already up there.
Adam said, "This is too much like real life. We don't have personas on these shows. It's as real as what you get."
This is too legit at this point. Yeah. Remember when we tried to put on a show for everybody? How long that lasted?
Hey, look, Moose.
Mm-hmm.
Be thankful. You've got me and Connor. If Chuck Mack were in here,
oh gosh,
you'd be catching like 100 times more flack for this, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, well, Chuck Mack was able to get a moose or get a possum to the moon and back.
Little known fact about Hank: he used to be an astronaut
and an Army general.
Ooh, he's a general like General McMoose?
No,
oh,
that's an honorary title.
That's an honorary title. General. Oh crap! Well,
Mr. You really are a tease.
I was teaching Wyatt to iron Saturday. He's going to the rodeo with his girlfriend, and he had his rodeo shirt out, and he was over here trying to iron it and screwing it all up. And I went over and I was like, "All right, so look, let me fix this for you, son." And so I started helping him. I taught him. I ironed one sleeve and said, "Now the next one's yours." And his buddy Doss was here, and he said, "Where'd you learn to iron, Mr. Carl?" I said, "I was taught by drill instructor Sergeant Johnson at Parris Island, South Carolina. Now let me go ahead and add the pressure onto it. Hurry up, hurry up." So it's not enough to learn how to iron. You got to learn how to iron while somebody's breathing down your neck. But see, again, Moose is fortunate because we're not doing that to him.
Very,
Right.
very, very true.
It's not like we've been waiting an hour and 6 minutes for the.
No, we're not. Well, you just take your time, buddy.
Yeah.
It is downloading now. Thank you very much. I think I got it.
You said that 5 minutes ago.
Well, that was a lie. Now.
Carl's just got jambalaya cooking. We're wasting Chuck McMichael's night. I'm out of tobacco, but take your time on downloading there, Moose.
Thank you. Thank you. It's very nice for me to hear that. It's not like I'm dealing with finals or anything.
You've still got 4 more semesters of college to go.
Oh my gosh, don't tell me that. We are almost there, actually, for once. I fixed it on the computer. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I didn't get to watch this one beforehand, so 50-50.
Oh, it's probably chock full of swear words and.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, look, regardless of how it turns out, I will have to say you're one of the best free workers.
You really get what your money's worth when you hire me. You really do. Give us a gag reel or give Moose grief.
Just really quickly, for the 29 people who have stuck with us and haven't left because they're fed up waiting on the gag reel, just start spamming the chat. We will forgive that rule this time with Moose.
Well, wait a minute. Look at the bright side on all of this. Your gag reel for next year is already done. It's filming now.
Yeah,
this is true. This is true.
We'll have a whole 30 minutes of Moose trying to download a freaking video.
ma'am.
Actually, about an hour.
Hey, my mama said hurry up with the gag reel.
Not to put any more pressure on, but my phone just alerted me that it's down to 10%.
Oh no. It's almost there. Hang in there, buddy.
Jude Irvin says a very important thing. We're all dealing with finals in some way or another, I'm assuming. That's no reason to ruin Christmas.
Did I just get nonchalantly told I ruined the Christmas episode of SCV CHAT?
Everybody's been saying, you've ruined Christmas, you're a Grinch.
All right.
No, David, it's not something to do with StreamYard Premium, although I'm sure with as much as we're paying for StreamYard Premium, we could have had them make the gag reel for us, and it'd be ready to go by now.
You are funny. All right. I think I have a solution. Let's see if this solution works. All right, so let me, because I want to see your reaction. Let me sign in via my phone. I think I got it. All right, so the gag reel, I'm 75% sure I have it working.
For those tracking at home, that's a 25% chance that it'll blow up.
I wouldn't be shocked. All right, let's be honest.
You'll make a fine government employee.
All right, I think I got it. Let me see. Screen share. Work for me, please.
Watch this.
All right, here we are. Is it on the screen yet?
It's
Yes.
on.
All right. How does that look?
It says, click to exit full screen.
All righty then. Let me see if I can. That's pretty zoomed in. We're gonna go with that. All right. Here we go.
You're wasting Kayla's time.
I'm wasting everybody's time at this point. All right.
No, Lord. Click to exit full screen.
Now it's just not even playing.
So that 25% looking pretty more like a 75%.
Oh, yeah. I do have this lovely, just random face of all three of us. How about that?
So essentially, we are the gag reel.
We are always the gag reel at this point. Because it's only like halfway downloaded on this computer, so I can't play it the way I would like to. And it's not. Now what's happening?
Chuck Mack wants to know if this is what his donation went for.
Oh, wait. Okay. All right. I think I got it now. Let me. Oh my gosh. This has been a lovely evening.
No pressure, buddy.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. All right. It's on the screen. Okay, yeah.
Hey, Vinny, you talking about rescheduling it to the 28th? Yeah, that's probably we're going to have to reschedule the gag reel, too.
You guys got jokes. You can blame Canva for this because, like, it's downloaded nothing. Like, oh, well, there's something.
We're just going to be chat next week, not even SCV chat. GEC is definitely pulling the plug on this now.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have whole hearings at it at the national reunion. My name's Bob Smith. I'm from Camp 12345. I rise to voice my opposition to the lack of gag reel on the Christmas episode.
All right, well, guess what? Y'all gonna have to watch it on YouTube. It ain't working at all.
Okay. So, what was the guy's name that Chevy Chase played in that Christmas movie?
Clark Griswold.
There you go. Thanks, Clark.
No, that's Cousin Eddie.
No, Cousin Eddie would be over at Moose's house, abducting him into a 1969 camper. Cousin Eddie had great intentions.
And a heck of a leisure suit.
I think we need to pitch in and buy Moose a better video editing software than Canva.
I was about to say, blame Canva. This is all their fault.
Carl, he doesn't even pay for Canva.
I don't.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, if there are better options out there, apparently.
Like clipping and pasting film together.
That might have actually been better at this rate.
Oh, Moose, what would we do without you? You're such fun to deal with.
Thank you. It's really my life mission to try to mess up everything I promote on the show myself, actually.
You know, the good thing is you've got a bunch of great material for the start of next year's gag reel.
Oh, the next year's gag reel is going to start, and it's just going to be this whole episode. Just come on. Maybe he's got it. Maybe eventually. Nope, never.
But how can we guarantee we'll get to see next year's? I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe we just promote next year's gag reel as the current episode, and just do that every year. You see what I'm saying? There's no editing involved. Tune in for a live gag reel.
Yeah,
That's how we got to promote it next year. Tune in for the actual gag reel to be on the show.
listen, I'll go ahead and fill y'all in. It's the Conroe joke. It's Thomas Franklin's first appearance when he was sniffing the shotgun. Larry McClooney when he was no longer commander-in-chief, running around
Yelling at people.
Yeah, don't give it away. I got faith.
I was about to say, I still am going to post it.
Yeah, I mean, don't give it away. I got confidence that Moose will have it up by New Year's.
I'm just trying to save our viewership, Carl.
It's already got shot in the tank. We might as well just start trying to think about how
I think Moose is playing an elaborate hoax on us.
Oh.
And in reality, the son of Harold Philpott has actually been working on this gag reel.
No, we wouldn't trust the son of Harold Philpott. It'd be
The intent all along was for it to never show up. The gag reel is on a Pop-Tart break.
no. We'll have the results. Carl, we'll have the results of the gag reel in about four weeks.
I'm gonna be mad because I know it's just my luck. It's going to finish downloading and it's actually going to work as soon as we end the show.
Yeah, Moose, you need to just get a picture of a Pop-Tart with a couple of bites taken out of it. Just flash it up on the screen. Here's the gag reel.
All right. Let's just look at these real quick. Where is my Pop-Tarts? I'm going to at least find one thing from the gag reel to put up.
Hey, Chuck McMichael, what happened was the Yankees stole the gag reel in Atlanta before they burned it down.
Oh, just full of jokes. There has to be. All right, I'm done for the day. I'm done. Merry Christmas, everybody.
And where's the time?
Moose, look, man. Don't let it get you down. We love you. We just love you less than we did an hour ago.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up too hard. We only had, a record number of year for people watching the show and visiting the page. And now when they come to, look at the gag reel and break us over 300,000, they're going to be disappointed.
Well, the guys are on the break now. Don't know where they've gone to. Let's go to the kitchen and get ourselves a treat.
You're muted. You know that, right? You're muted. I didn't even do it. I wish I did.
Carl, can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay.
Not even going to address me.
So again, Moose, it could be worse. You could have ran over somebody's grandmother. It is the gift that keeps on giving the whole year, Moose.
I just want to go home and eat my burger that my dad has cooked for me.
You think you earned a burger?
3 years of my life on this dead gum show.
Listen, 20 minutes ago, he fed that thing to Jax.
We ran Carl off. Just sign off already. That's the first time that's been asked. Ouch.
Well, Chuck McMichael, I think we are going to take your advice. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the folks here at SCV Chat, I apologize for the false advertisement of a gag reel. We tried our best.
This has been loading the whole show. It is still not even. It's like stuck at 80.
Moose has tried his best.
I tried to download it like 5 different ways. And the one way it did download, it just downloaded the first picture of the whole gag reel.
So y'all just bear with us while we flog Moose over the next couple of days, and make him do the walk of shame through the town square of Waynesboro, holding a sign that says, "I did not have the gag reel ready," and ringing the bell. By that time, hopefully we have the gag reel ready, put it on YouTube and on Facebook.
I'm going to try to have it up tomorrow.
In the meantime, he shall be walking in sackcloth and ash, repenting for.
I would do it Thursday night on Look Around the Confederation.
There is no look around.
Well, there is now.
I was about to say that. So yeah,
y'all really want to come back here and do this again Thursday?
Tune in Thursday night where we will have the real Christmas episode. Maybe we'll bring Adam on. He seems to be good luck.
Maybe we'll have the son of Harold Philpotts on then.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll have a gag reel.
You got jokes.
I may have jokes, but you know what I don't have? Yeah.
I'm with Chuck. Chuck Mack, just sign off already. Give us our freedom.
We've ruined it. We've ruined Christmas. We had such a great year, and it's all been derailed in our final. How many people are actually? Yes, okay. Jason says he's glad to be. Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
Yeah, Jason, you've missed the past,
hour and 24 minutes. In my defense, again, I had it ready. It's Canva. I had it ready 20 minutes into the show, but it's Canva.
Well, everybody tune in Thursday because, it was ready 20 minutes into the show. Hopefully we'll have it downloaded and uploaded, and we will do an episode this Thursday on the gag reel.
Can I compromise and say Friday?
No.
Bruh.
I got stuff I got to do Friday. So, fine, we'll do it next Monday.
I'm going to be in. Never mind. All right, we're signing off.
Well, looks like we're signing off here, guys.
We're done.
We appreciate everybody that tuned in and watched. Sorry about
that. Throwing in my water bottle.
I will say this. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a rare frop.
Rare frop.